Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson, World Alternative Media here, and today is my birthday. Not that that actually matters at all to me, but one thing that does matter is the future of World Alternative Media. Now, so many people out there have been gracious enough to keep us up and running, and some people have helped us enormously. Other people have just made sure to follow us and subscribe to us on these other platforms like Rumble and BitChute at World Alternative Media. Either way, we have truly appreciated everything people have done to keep us up and running as we face down mainstream media's narrative and mainstream alternative media's narrative. And of course, I've always said that at the end of the day, since I've been doing this for a decade and a half, putting out this kind of content, I'm okay sleeping on park benches doing this. But nonetheless, as much as I hate going out there and saying, hey, can you help us? We do depend on the viewer. So we do have a gogetfunding.com campaign, Patreon and Subscribestar as well. We have, of course, exclusive content on Patreon and Subscribestar, as well as X at World Alt Media when you pay $4.99 a month or more, including early access to content. But anything really does help, my friends. We have a PayPal address, ancientwonderstelevision@gmail.com. We have a Bitcoin address that you could scan here on the screen, or of course, check out in the text form for our address in the description. We have a Cointree link with a bunch of different cryptocurrencies that you could donate in if you please, including privacy coins. Again, all these things help dramatically. Again, subscribe on Rumble and BitChute. We actually reach a lot more people on Rumble than we do on YouTube since we've been given our channel back, which, as nice as that is, I do believe that that is a huge trap. And of course, I think it's part of the machine learning process that they are pushing forward right now. But nonetheless, of course, I'm not deluded. I realize that what we're walking into is more dangerous. For that path going forward, I truly believe that it's important to fight back against the faulty narratives on either side of the political paradigm, or, of course, even outside of the political paradigm as people build up new narrative networks in order to infiltrate those of you that are watching independent media and are already awake and trying to find solutions. We want to give people solutions. We want to find ways to keep people aware of what's to come so that they could take the negatives and make positives out of them, because I think that's very important going forward. We've been sabotaged dramatically this year. We've lost 90% of our revenue. We have been hit one thing after another by not just mainstream platforms, but alternative platforms as well that have made it almost impossible for us to reach many of our own viewers, which is really, really frustrating going forward. And it's made us lose, like I said, 90% of our revenue. Some people really helped out back in about March and April and made it possible for us to survive longer. And we continue to try and maintain our ability to stay up and running via those people who've helped. We still need a lot of help going forward. We are dependent on you guys. We got hit, back in November. I had to deal with a bunch of my bank accounts going down at the same time. So I had to travel to Canada. I get back, I lose, I'm already going bankrupt, and then I lose 90% of income. And then after that, I have to move into a new place because they're selling the house I was living in. And then I move into the new place. And then immediately after I get there, I have to deal with visa issues in Canada again. So then, alas, I'm going back to Canada in May of this year. I get back after being totally bankrupted, because I don't know if you guys realize this, but I don't know how anyone is surviving in Canada with the inflation there. It's absolutely insane. But we get back to Mexico where we live, and I'm dealing with my visa issue, and then my bank accounts get shut down again. And now they're saying I have to go to the desk in Winnipeg, Canada to fix the issue. Like, they won't do it on the phone with me over an issue that they've already done just last year, which led to me in November having to go to Canada. It's so frustrating, and being hit by one thing after another has been extraordinarily exhausting. But again, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. As time goes on, it's going to get harder. I expect it to get harder. I expect to be at the point possibly where I am on the streets. But at the end of the day, the message, I've always said, I will sleep on park benches if I have to. The message is most important going forward. And of course, success isn't measured in money. It's measured in what you can give back, what you could leave the world in a better place than you got into it with, and of course the ability to hopefully save some lives, get some people to be aware of what's happening, and hopefully take the approach that is necessary to be independent, free human beings going forward. So yeah, I'm going to be attacked in the comments. I know I always am whenever I say this kind of stuff, because some people find it crazy that I dare make free content nearly every day and dare to put out the opportunity or option for people to pledge or even get exclusive content if they pledge a certain amount a month. How dare I? I know we should have a communist world, I guess, where everything is free and no one should ever get anything ever in return and shouldn't be able to eat if they're giving people things for free. And that's not me getting angry at anyone in particular. It's just a couple comments here and there whenever I post these things. It's usually bots that don't actually watch my videos. Nonetheless, I'm very well aware that I'm going to get mocked in the comments of the video. I don't care about my birthday or anything like that. I find it silly. It's just, a day that you were born, and now it's that many years later and now you're still here. Good. It's, at least we're doing that well. But what I really want to do in utilizing this day is to help keep this media alive so I can continue to put out the content that I want to do. And of course, interview big names, do documentaries, all that kind of stuff. We can't travel at all right now. I don't have any money to do that, but we can continue to keep the lights on. The lighting equipment I have right here, there's one lamp there, there's one lamp there. There's a laptop that the speakers are dead and the keyboard's dead. If I was a shill, trust me, I would have a better laptop at least. The keyboard's dead. I have to use a virtual keyboard. The speakers don't work on it, so I can't hear anything. And of course, it glitches out and turns off by itself all the time. And if that goes, then I'm totally screwed. Any help is very much appreciated. The camera I'm using, I got back in December of 2017. And of course, the everything else, basically, yeah. I mean, I got many years ago. Nothing is new. The microphone I have here, I got in 2021, I believe. So, we are doing what we can with what we still have from many years ago. But nonetheless, we've tried to stay consistent, try to be honest, and admit when we're wrong and point out where we've been right and try to give people those solutions that are so necessary rather than going in that circle of the political paradigm. And those of you that come out and help us, we truly, truly could not thank you enough. I mean that. I mean, the people that have in the past gone to our gogetfunding.com campaign, for example, like they've kept us up and running for a long time. We had another one, which is many, many years old. And so it makes it look like I am making huge amounts of money, but it's over many, many years that we've raised this money. And so many people have made it so that we could, continue our run getting that information out. And we honestly couldn't thank so many of these people enough, because without them, we'd already be dead. The last round of donations in March and April made it possible for us to still be doing videos now. But if we want to continue to survive for the next couple of months, we need more people to continue to reach out. $5, $20, $10, $3, $1,000, anything is helpful, my friends. And there's a certain person that I have never gotten the okay to say their name on air, so I don't want to do that without their permission. But someone helped us so dramatically with a Bitcoin donation a couple months ago, and if it weren't for them, we quite literally, this would not be able to continue right now. I don't know what I'd be doing. I would be on someone's couch. So, when I say that you guys keep us up and running, I mean quite literally alive going forward. So thank you to everyone who helps, and thank you to those who subscribe and follow and hit that like button and share on social media, hit the notification bell, and get that other content of ours out there. We're on TikTok and Instagram at World Alternative Media, Twitter and Getter at World Alt Media, all these different places, Telegram, World Alternative Media, all those places. We very much appreciate your help, my friends. And until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.